Mooch and crap. They talk about games and no drama smack. Search the web for media ties to catch these ponies in their lives. Look out! Here comes Mooch and crap. Are they bots? Listen up. They have Mountain Dew in their blood. NeoGaf, Xbox Reds, Crap's got 10 dog all over it. Hey there! Here comes Mooch and crap. From a tweet of Phil, Xbox hate will arrive like the Scorpio. Mooch and crap are just in time. Mooch and crap, zany gaming dual Mooch and crap. YouTube game is their core. A thumbing is its reward to them. Xbox is one big hangout. Whenever there's a game out, you'll find Mooch and crap.
Welcome, everybody, to our late night edition of Xbox One XOXO. And listen, it's a pleasure to be here tonight. So much news broke today. A lot of things going on. Banter on Twitter, news on YouTube. Let me introduce two of the guys that are just making this happen tonight along with me. The one, the only, Captain Starburst. Crap.
Hey,
Gamer. What's up, buddy?
What's up? It's nice looking. I like Jay a lot too, man. It's cool having him in presentation mode for like this whole time, though.
I do. You know, for some reason, I just couldn't get enough J-dubs.
Yeah, like
someone said to me, "What does this show need?" I said, "It needs more J-dubs."
It does. Everybody's like, "Why is it called the MNC Mornings?" J-Dub should be on there somewhere. I'm like, he is, and they're like, "Yeah, but he's only on the little bottom part." I'm like, "He's the one that designed the graphic." You know what I mean?
Well, there you are. Do I know you? No, but there you are. J-Dubs is here. Jay, how are you tonight, brother?
I'm awesome. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is soccer with the kids, then rush back home and kick a computer a few times and hope it works. Gotta love it.
I thought he was going to say soccer with the kids and then a little YouTube show with more kids. More people like me and Crap who just absolutely childish at times. Listen, we have a great time. Some of our outtakes are funnier than the show. But Crap, before we get into some of our calls tonight, this was a big day, right? I mean, this was something that we've been talking about for the past 2 weekends, and we finally saw something that looks like a heartbeat out of Redmond.
They got a heartbeat there, and
there is a heartbeat. Yeah.
What they did was they did exactly what Sony did to great success with the PS4 originally. Remember, they launched with that Taco Bell promotion. Same thing with PSVR.
Yep.
That's a major chain, especially in America.
Yes.
It makes sense. You want that stoner crowd, you know, when they're up at 1 a.m. getting their tacos and want to go home and play their Xbox.
And, you know, it's funny. People call that a stereotype, but it's actually true. I mean, Crap, it really is.
It is. It's not. I mean, they're stereotypes for a reason. I mean, it's because there's some kind of truth based in that. So, you know, gamers like their snacks and whatnot. And so that makes a lot of sense. And here's the interesting thing. Microsoft didn't do anything like that with the Xbox One originally, you know? So this proves that they're really on the ball in terms of marketing and who their audience is. They know it's gamers. Gamers like snacks. Gamers like games. So obviously Xbox One X is...
I had a great conversation with a lot of people over in Europe, and I said, you know what's funny? I said, this deal, even though people are like, this is an expensive deal, it is. But it's a lot cheaper, I bet, than that Madrid deal, and I bet it sells more consoles.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously. But what's really cool is I started hearing late last night that pre-orders might go live sometime this week. Right. And then today we had this. So you're not going to start advertising the Xbox One X unless pre-orders are really close.
Right, so, but if I remember right, Crap, even though this broke as far as the announcement, the actual Taco Bell deal box, the Xbox One X box, doesn't come out till the end of the month. So that would be after Gamescom.
Yeah, after Gamescom, but they still announced it now, getting people hyped for it or whatever, and I think we're going to start seeing more of that as well. So
that's a great move.
Yeah, I don't see them. I mean, it could. My original initial thought was still Gamescom, which still could be the case, but we could see some more stuff coming from them very soon.
Right, and if there's more to it, then I stand corrected. But if we're just going to see the Taco Bell deal be the only deal, then I would say that it's probably going to be Gamescom where we get pre-orders.
Yeah, it could be, which I'm fine with that. That's plenty of time. You know,
not to jump from Xbox hype to another, but if we're going to just talk pre-orders, a very good friend of the show, in quotations here, Jessica Chobot tweeted out, "Get ready, the SNES Classic may be coming to a pre-order near you very soon." Right?
Yeah, that'll go for pre-order for 30 seconds, and then it'll be sold out. So
that is correct. But I mean, just stay tuned to your phone, folks. Stay tuned to your phone. By the time you hear this, you will have no shot.
Yeah,
or like I just buy Nuya.
Oh
no.
Somebody where's that boo and hiss sound effect.
Listen, I do the sound effects here, buddy.
That's right. No, right? I need my own goddamn mixer. Well, crap, with no further ado, this is a continuation, basically. This XOXO episode really ties in a lot with that huge Fortnite release we had, which congratulations to, what was it, Darth Vodka? Or what?
Darth Vicious. Vicious won the Pony Prize.
Yes.
And then it was
Dakota
Vodka
or something.
Yes. I call him Dotka Vodka.
Is this shit for real? Aaron Greenberg went across the JSA into North Korea?
Yeah, he did.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he really did.
Huh. He doesn't look, I'm looking at I don't know, for some reason, somebody just retweeted it in my feed. He doesn't look happy.
No. No, he doesn't look happy. And maybe the person on the other side of that bridge would have been a little happier if he brought him an Xbox One X.
Yeah, I know. Like, sorry to change the subject, but I just thought that was so interesting that he was in.
No, I did see that. I did see that today. Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know. Some people find different ways of taking vacation. I don't know.
He's on a PR tour for the Xbox One X, though, in some of those countries. So you got to keep that in mind as well. Remember, he did China Joy.
Yes, he
did all that kind of stuff, which that is cool. They're out there pumping that thing. I think
it's great.
Yeah, like more than just America. Like,
well, maybe someone took the shackles off of them and they can actually do marketing now. I don't know. Maybe somebody's letting them go and letting them actually start to spend money.
Is the marketing head at Xbox?
Yeah, but he's been the marketing head.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people wanted to put the blame on Aaron Greenberg. Greenberg is just the third-party marketing person or something like that. So,
right. But I'm saying is even if it's Nichols that relinquished. And finally let people go out there and do marketing. What I'm saying is that he also said no before, or someone above him said no. I don't know. Yeah. Who knows what the chain of command is? I mean, it's too big of a company to say that one guy's making a decision.
Yeah, I agree with that. So it's pretty interesting. Yo, Jay, who do we got on deck? Because I know we've got voicemails
We have a million voicemails. 1 million.
1 million.
Yes. We've got James 176.
All right.
What's up, everyone? It's James176 on Twitter, Sick176 on Xbox. It's my first time calling in on the show, and definitely enjoy the content. I try to make sure I listen to you guys on Sunday, but I guess this is my question about Fortnite, because I guess today's the giveaway. Is there a reason for someone to pick up the game now, or are you better off waiting till 2018 when the game becomes free to play? I'm just curious about that. Oh yeah, just make sure you reach a Crap Gamer's like goal, because once you do, he gets to hit you up with a ton of Megaton! And take care, guys. You have a good day. Bye.
That was great, James. James is great, though. James is a big fan of the show. I know. I've seen him on Twitter many a times.
Yeah, you know what? Fortnite is good. A lot of people picked it up. I think it sold over 500,000 copies day one.
Yeah.
So that should tell you something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I say it's well worth the $40, especially if you got friends to play with. I'm enjoying the game. I need to definitely play some more, but I've been so damn busy. It looks like we're going to probably stream some of that Friday, but. Yeah.
I'm just still kind of amazed at James's impersonation of me doing an impersonation of Starscream, doing an impersonation of you on Megaton. How great was that? That never gets old. I don't even, it's funny because we were joking about that behind the scenes. Little story here for everybody. And I'm waiting. I went and got a bunch of errands done, things, you got to do in the family, go out. And as I'm driving back, I'm like, you know what I got to do? I got to get Jay this Megaton clip. And I just took about 3 or 4 recordings, sent them to him, and then we went over them and saw which one was best. And, man, people love it, man. That's great. James, thanks for the call. I will say, though, I will agree with you that Fortnite is a hell of a game. And I've enjoyed it. I haven't played it nearly enough. And I want to kind of get back into it. I would say that it's worth the $40. What do you think, Crap?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. That game, pretty much for what it is, it's such a different thing. So
what do you think we're going to get as being the people who have the game now versus someone who's going to get it free next year? Do you think we're going to be able to have more of a DLC or a skin or a this or a that?
I think they're going to keep adding content to it. It's one of those games that lives, an extended life. So we're going to see a lot of content updated to it and things like that. So, I would assume that that's what we're going to see in terms of this game in the future. Like GTA gets content,
Right.
I just think we're going to see content.
But I'm saying, what about the people who put the $40 out? Crap. What are they getting? Just early access?
We're just getting to play the game. I mean, we're going to play it probably a year and a half before anybody else can.
That's true.
So, I mean, that's you
something.
pay for the
yeah,
that's something. I mean, we're playing it. It's a good game. Like this is the thing. When it comes to online games, getting in early is the best thing to do because that's when you're not fucking way behind on you're not a noob. You know what I mean? Like if you wait to play a game, you're going to get in there just like what happened to me with Destiny, right? Like I didn't play any strikes or anything like that. I don't have enough light level to do anything. I'm basically a noob. So that kind of sucks. You want to get in on a game early and you want to get on a game often. So that would be my suggestion. Definitely, play the hell out of that game.
No, I totally agree. And James, great question. And bravo to Mooch and Crap for paying attention to the question too. That was great. Yes.
Well, it helps that we don't got, 500
million.
people in the
Yeah,
chat.
there's not a million things going on.
It's just it's just me, you, and Jay listening right now. So actually, we got long shot.
Long shot. Woo!
Yeah, man. What's up, man? Team Crap.
He seemed crap because me and him were going at it back and forth on Twitter earlier today. He was saying that Bam gets on Xbox Live before I do, and there's no way that's true. I see Bam get on like 11:30, 12 o'clock, and then he'll hit me up in the chat sometimes. He'll just be like, "Hey, what's up, everybody?" Sounds like he just had like eggs and bacon, and it's 11:30 p.m.
Yeah, he doesn't
he
doesn't even. Some days he doesn't even wake up. He'll be like, "I just got up," and it's 1 p.m. I'm like, "Geez, I've been working for like 7 hours."
Yeah, he's like,
bacon's not just for breakfast anymore, guys.
That's true. That is true. He's the Canadian up there.
Def Jam Bam.
Let's hit our next caller up, Jay, if you don't mind. We got so many.
Yeah, certainly. I'm gonna really screw this guy's name up. It's Humboldt XDOS.
Okay, Humboldt. He's a good fan.
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap? This is Humble XDOS. I want to say a big fan of you guys. Listen to all your guys' podcasts. Listen to all your guys' content. My question is the thing you guys brought up in Xbox Nation was about the marketing. I don't understand why Microsoft is so shy with marketing. In my eyes, they're going to have the most powerful console. They're going to have the highest resolution. They're going to have the better frame rate. Why not do more? Why not put the name out more? Why not market it more? It just baffles me, the fact that they don't do enough, or you don't see as much out there. So that's my question to you guys. I also want to say you guys are one of my main sources for all the gaming stuff. All the other websites, the big websites, you can't trust them. It's too much nonsense. No real good journalism. Shout out to Jay Williams for all the good content and the good engineering that he does. Ooh. And I just want to tell you guys, keep up the good work. So yeah, peace out.
That was great. By the way, congratulations on your promotion from producer to lead engineer.
Yeah, good job, man.
Now instead of the Scott, he'll be Scotty.
Scotty, yeah. Hey, beam us up,
beam us up, Scotty.
I still prefer
Jay. He even gave you your full birth name in there too, Jason Williams.
Jason.
He's like I thought that was great. No, really great to hear from that caller. And Crap, that's a huge compliment. He throws the fact that a lot of people now say to us that they come to us for, I think it's gaming related news. I mean, there's no doubt that Crap Gamer Reviews is a fun channel to go to. You have fun with your channel, and you may quote unquote use certain terms to kind of get people to come in, but I listen to all your videos. I always like to be able to know
clickbait, folks.
Well, I don't like to use that word.
Well, here's the thing. There's a difference between clickbait and a clicky title. Like for me, that's just good writing, and just an intelligent mind is going to draw people in. Like, because a lot of people might be covering the same thing. I want to bring somebody in and give my perspective, and they're going to maybe only listen if it's named something interesting or more interesting than somebody else's. So that's why I do it. And I don't really, a lot of the fans, they get a kick out of it. You know what I mean? It's kind of a joke.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, come on, Crap. That's where the whole Megaton thing came from, right? When we dropped that.
Exactly. I kept on using it because I was getting a lot of information about E3 and stuff. And so that was really funny. And people like it, though. You know what I mean? Like some might get annoyed, but overall, people have a good time. It's entertainment.
It's entertainment,
we get them Xbox news that they don't normally get or hear about. So that's fun.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to do that. Actually, I've been on this kind of grassroots thing, answering everybody's messages on Xbox Live. It's taken a little bit of time to do that but I've been answering every single damn one.
Yeah,
and
well, I
it's
mean,
kind of good, man. You know,
just so
interact
you
with
know,
the people.
well, the thing about the voicemail crap is Humboldt's question we kind of answered earlier in the segment. He was talking about the marketing and this and that, and
Yeah,
I think we're starting to see. And I don't listen. I'm not going to sit here with this Taco Bell deal and start going off and tell you that everything's solved. Okay, need to see TV commercials. I need to see what they're going to do with Taco Bell. Make sure this thing really blows up. But hopefully, I mean, think about it. This could be huge. This could be huge because if Microsoft gets back to their roots, not grassroots, their roots of taking over TV, grabbing third-party deals, and having the most powerful console, that's a trifecta, folks. That's like when, if you're playing the game Control or Domination, that's owning all three flags. Okay, that's a dominant move. So I personally think that this is a great thing. I really hope that they keep it strong. I really do.
I think this is just a start. They're obviously going to go out there. They're doing some of this guerrilla warfare marketing as well, where they got Greeny out there. They got other people out there. They're going to have these kind of deals. I think they're going to send in new displays for GameStops in some of these places.
Yes,
so I think they got a lot of good things on the horizon.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited too. If you're an Xbox fan, right now is the time you should be most excited. Even though on the other side, you're going to see a lot of the haters out there with the faux concern for Xbox.
Right.
Like that. I get that a lot. You really think $4.99 is going to be a good price? That's going to draw on anybody, any casuals? And I'm like, yeah, I do actually.
It's funny. I've been listening to an array of different videos. I don't know where I'm coming up with this. I don't have any links. I don't have any quotes. I'm not an analyst. But I'm just telling you right now, I think people are going to buy this in droves. And what I mean by that is you're going to get, if there's 36, 38 million Xbox Ones in the wild right now, I'd almost think that 50, 60%, maybe more of those people are going to rush out to go get them all. Because a lot of those people that have the 38 million Xbox Ones out there are diehard Xbox people, and they've had enough. They've had enough. They know that the X is not just the X, the most powerful console. It's a turn where Microsoft will never be underpowered again. It is that kind of turn. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to go buy this. And I'm going to say this on every show until November 7th, okay? I highly recommend you purchase this console. Trade in your 360 that you still got sitting there collecting dust that you think you're a collector, but you're not. Trade in the games that are not back compat yet that you're never going to play. Trade in your old Wii U that you still got sitting there and you're like, I'm not really sure if I'm going to play Bayonetta 2 again. You're not. Take all of them, take them all back, get the trade in, right? And go get yourself an X. What you're doing by doing that is you're not just giving yourself the better console in your house, but what you're giving yourself is, what you're giving is a signal. And the signal to Redmond is we want you to make more and be in control, be the powerhouse. And as Zaire always says, be the behemoth that you are. But if you don't purchase it, and you just keep waving the flag, you're like, I'll give you money tomorrow, I promise. Wave, wave, wave. I'll give you money later, I promise. That doesn't do anything. Go out there and get that. Usually I'm not a proponent of saying you need to go do this, but this is a huge move. It's to let Microsoft know that this is what we've been talking about. Let them know the move they made was correct. So, I mean, I'm going to keep preaching that because I really think that Xbox fans need to go out there and buy this. It's very important for the hardcore to do it. Oh, what? It's a pony.
That was just a call to arms to all the ponies to get out there and buy and pre-order their Xbox Ones.
They're going to. They're going to be the first ones in line, and they're going to be buying that Taco Bell. They're going to be trying to win it.
Absolutely. I'm going there day one. I'm going to buy a couple of those $5 boxes.
If I win one, I'm gonna raffle it off, man. We're gonna do a thing, and I'm gonna buy one.
That's a great idea. Yeah. Crap.
If I win one, man, I'm gonna raffle it off, and we'll do it that way.
Idea. Let's do that.
Yeah, because we'll gleam it. Like, I know that's a pain in the ass, but that'll be the best way to kind of do it. So
yeah, absolutely. We do have one of our favorites on deck, crap.
Hamwich.
Hamwich.
That's right. A sandwich is a sandwich, but a hamwich is a fan.
Oh yes, exactly. Hamwich.
Morning, guys. It's Hamwich. So I was just thinking about this whole possibility of there being a bundle this Xbox One X release, and kind of what you guys thought about what game needs to be in the bundle, how that would affect the sales, possibly making it sell more than normal. I was wondering I was thinking like it would probably around Crackdown is what I was thinking, but do you think they would do that just to help the sale of Crackdown since they've done a terrible job of marketing Crackdown. And what do you think about them trying to put like a elite controller with it? I think that'd be pretty awesome. I've never used one. I've heard all great things about it, so I'd like to have a bundle with maybe a game and the elite controller instead of the normal one. So yeah, what do you guys think on that? All right, see you guys.
I don't think they'll add an elite controller. That thing's $150. Yeah. So, and it's already a $500 console. So I don't think we're going to see that. What we will see is, you know, we might see some kind of game bundled with it. I don't know, but I don't really think they're necessarily doing a bad job with Crackdown. Like they did it at E3. They did a Comic-Con thing. The way that the panel was good at Comic-Con. The bad part was having people who didn't know what they're doing playing the games on the streams. But they're going to rectify that. They're going to show the multiplayer and stuff at Gamescom. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
You know, what else can they do?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Crackdown is actually going to do very well. I mean, not very well, like 5 million in 3 months. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's right. You know what I mean? Let's just, because people are like, what do you mean, Mooch? Just what are your numbers? And I'm like, all right, take it easy. I don't really know where you're going with that, but it is a game that will be associated with the launch of the X. Okay. It is a launch title. Does that mean it's a graphical showcase? No, it's not. It's not meant for that. But they do go hand in hand, okay? There's a reason that, like, certain titles, like, off the bat did well. I mean, Knack even sold decent numbers because it came out with the launch of the PS4. Long story short here is Crackdown 3 is going to be very well received. Now, how well depends on the multiplayer, and that depends on how they show it at Gamescom. That's how we'll be able to really grade this thing. But if this thing is even halfway decent in multiplayer, this is going to be a very successful title.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Here's the thing. People are like, Crackdown 2 sucked. Make it more like Crackdown 1, but better. So what do? They make it like 2.5 times the size of Crackdown 1. They improve the movements and things like that. You know, there's the sky, you can double jump, and then there's like the leap forward with the jetpack or whatever. Right. The tallest building is 2 times the size of the tallest building in the first one. And of course, the multiplayer's got 100% destructible environments. That's all stuff that improves on the first one in every single way. And there's more weapons, new powers, new power-ups, all that stuff, more orbs. It's Crackdown, folks. Like, people wanted Crackdown. What do they want it to be? Like something else? It's Crackdown.
Right.
You know, I never understood why people would really complain about that. You know, it's like, hey, guess what? Uncharted Lost Legacy, yeah, it's 2 new characters, but it's still Uncharted.
Right.
You know, it's not going to reinvent the wheel of what Uncharted is. You know, you're just changing 2 of the characters. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'll never understand it. I'm not going to go into Uncharted Lost Legacy and be like, damn, I wanted them to completely change everything around. I wanted this to be a first-person shooter now. What the hell?
Yeah.
You know, like, the way people complain is just so annoying. So, yeah, definitely, like, over that shit. But, yeah, that was a good question. That was
great
a really
question,
good question.
Hamwich. Yeah. Awesome. Who do we got next, J-Dubs?
We've got Gold Lion X23.
Awesome.
Nice.
Mooch, Crap, J-Dubs, Gold Line X23. Just wondering, with the X coming out in 3 more months, HDR support, Xbox One and X enhanced games, do you think the developers for Sony will put some pressure on developers to make their games look just as pretty as the Xbox One X and try to use their half step to get better graphics and better detail out the games? All right, dudes. Appreciate the call in, man. You guys have a good show. Appreciate it. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that. I think what he's asking, Crap, if I understood him right, is will Sony be able to, you know, ante up and match with the X? I don't think that's within their means at this point, from what we're seeing on an actual scale of the stats we've gotten from what the 2 machines can actually perform at. So I don't know if that's really feasible.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard saying, you know, like there's a lot of unknowns right now.
Yeah.
But hopefully we kind of get a bit of an idea the closer we get to the actual release of the Xbox One X in the future. You know what I mean?
Right. So, I mean, Gold Line, not to cut your question short, but I'm not sure if I'm understanding what you're saying. I just don't think that Sony's going to be able to do that. The only thing that we can hope is I hope that Sony doesn't have the clout to hold Xbox One X games back. It's not that they're going to be able to push theirs forward. It's that they may try, and I think the word is try. I don't think they're going to succeed and hold it back, because when people and consumers and the public are aware and they're putting out the most powerful console and they're saying 4K all over the box, and then people are, eventually the developers are going to turn to Sony and go, I know you want us to kind of, keep things the same, but Microsoft's really pushing this 4K thing hard. The consumers are asking for it. It's all over social media. I can't really not deliver if I can. If they can't, they can't. But if they can deliver, I don't see how a developer, maybe one or two that are deep into Sony's pockets can. But I don't see how that can go moving forward. I don't know if I'm holding water crap. You can chime in.
No, I agree 100%, man. I like what you're saying with that. I think it pretty much answers this question.
Yeah.
As good as we can at this point anyway, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Hard saying what will happen in the future, but I think that I think we're in store for some good things. Just we have to be a little bit more patient. We're going to get new information and stuff as it goes along. So
that's true.
Are you guys ever afraid that when you say the word developers that a bucket of slime's going to hit you in the head?
You know what? This is what I'll say when I do other podcasts and we say developers. I'm always sad that we don't have that to play. I'm always like, man, I wish Jay were here. Then we could be hearing developers.
Agreed.
Developers.
So agreed.
Yeah, I love that, man. I think it's absolutely great. Who else we got on deck?
So we've got Casual Hands. I believe he's a new caller.
Nice.
Oh, awesome. Always good to hear from new people.
MCJ, it's your boy, the most casual of hands. And I got a question. So, do you think Microsoft is shooting themselves in their own foot by not having an Xbox One X out there somewhere? If they gave it to like Digital Foundry or just somewhere, just so these comparisons can get out, so these YouTubers out here can stop spreading FUD and misinformation and saying that the Pro is going to be on par with the Xbox One X, even though last I checked, the Pro doesn't have 4K assets in any game at all, nor will it ever. But that's okay. Anyway, keep up the good work.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Here's the thing. You know what? No, the most casual of hands. That was awesome. If you're going to have a name like Casual Hands, he rocked it right. Listen, here's my thing. Great idea, Casual. But the thing is that's how do you even say this? It's not feasible to put one out there right now when they are completely, they don't want to get let's say something happens where they actually have a prototype out there, or they give one of the Digital Foundries stumbles upon something that's, I wouldn't use the word an oops, but something that hasn't been checked and balanced and optimized and this and that. It's a catastrophe. You really don't let anything out until it's go time. It's the same way when you watch preseason football. Okay, let me put it in the different terms. When you watch preseason football, you're not watching any plays that your team is going to play during the regular season.
Yeah.
So yeah. When your team loses in preseason, they're like, "Oh, my team went 0-4." It's like, who cares? They're just trying some stupid shit out and looking at some of the younger talent and see if they can, perform. And that's the same thing here. They put these little demos out, little this and that. These are things that are different types, like the things that Digital Foundry saw that was going on with Forza 7. Some of that will be in game, some of it won't. Some of those snapshots will be scenes you'll see, some of them won't. But it gives them snapshots and early looks at how this thing performs. So I think you're never going to see a full-blown piece of hardware out there to show off what the Xbox One X can do at this point. Not anywhere until we get to about 2 weeks before the launch date.
Yeah, I agree with that. Real quick before we get into another one, 63.3 million PS4 shipped by Sony as of June 30th. What are your thoughts on this? Because it says revenue increases, but income drops. So their last official numbers were 60 million, and now they're saying 63.3 million shipped. Sounds like there's a bit of a decline going on, and people aren't going to talk about it.
No, they're not going to talk about it, and there is a decline going down, and you're going to see it even get lower and lower and lower as we creep towards Christmas. Yeah, this is something that is very early to talk about tonight. Okay, so I don't want to go off on a rant. But if this is the trend you see for the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months, okay, and I'm not even talking about NPDs. I'm talking about Sony, Sony actually losing some money and seeing consoles drop. Crap, I hate to say it, but you very, very well may see a late 2019 PS5. And that's because they're going to go ahead and step on the gas. And
maybe. I mean, you know, it's funny. I was listening to Kind of Funny Games.
Yeah.
I know that's weird of me,
No,
right?
I was listening to it.
You know, they had Andrew and A on there. That's the reason why I always watch.
Yeah, today was her birthday.
Yeah, so happy birthday!
Shout out to her. We'll see you on the next
yeah.
M&C mornings, Andrea. Yeah,
never.
Never.
I would.
Correct.
I would love to, but yeah, I kind of doubt that.
Sure.
But yeah, that would be awesome. But yeah, so they were talking about it, and they were guessing 2020 or 2021.
2020 is my number. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Don't think with Sony's arrogance. And especially listen, they were saying Sony was arrogant when the PS3 came out. This is a whole new crop of arrogance, okay? Because not only are they arrogant, but the media and the public has given them the throne, okay? They've handed them the throne on a silver platter. So when you see this happen and you see that the media starts to turn, it's going to sting harder than usual. I really, really, really believe they're going to put out a PS5 at the end of 2019 if the X slaughters. If the X does okay and does what people think, it's just, just the hardcore people and just a couple of Mooch and Craps are going to pick it up. Well, then you're going to see the PS4, right? Just a couple of Mooch and Craps out there. If a couple of us are just going to pick it up, like the analysts are predicting, okay, the Michael Pachters of the world, then you're going to see the PS4 Pro and the PS4 Vanilla carry them right into 2020, 2021. But I think that what I'm talking about is they're going to expedite and really step on the gas if they're seeing they're getting killed. And that's yet to be seen. So I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying there's potential for that to happen. And the numbers are starting to prove it.
Yeah, exactly. It could be. I still think 2020 would be when it would come out. But
2020 is my. If you said to me,
2019.
Well, 20 they can announce. Listen, they're announcing game. Death Stranding was talked about 2 years ago. We'll see that when there's a PS17. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's just they can announce it whenever they want. But generally, you're going to announce your console the year before the launch. So E3 is very telltale for a hardware launch. You can tell they'll always mention it the year before.
Yeah, I think things are slowing down for that console. So as far as I'm concerned, I'll go out there and boldly say that that's not all good in paradise. You know what I mean? I think sales are starting to slow down.
Look, I don't want to belittle the Xbox One X, okay, and I don't want to belittle the PS4 Pro, but I myself, as I did in the 360 PS3 era, I'm very much even anticipating 3-4 years from now because I'm looking forward to a console that gives me 4K 60 without hesitation. And that's really what the next upgrade is going to be, crap. There's no way around it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's hard saying what the upgrade can be. I mean, Worrywart dragged me in with on Twitter today. Did you see it? He did the fishing gift because he's like, the next PS4 Pro update will be 4K 60, no compromises. And I was like,
well, that wasn't even what I was talking about. I actually had the same conversation. It wasn't clickbait or trying to get anyone reeled in. We were having a good discussion, me and all day. And he's like, aren't you excited for something that's 4K 60, again, on compromise? And I said, yeah, I am. But I said, I'm also going to enjoy these mid-gen updates because let me tell you something. When PS5 and Xbox One successor comes out, when that happens, we're going to get mid-gens 3 years down the road from that. So this isn't going away for a while. And me and Jay were talking about it before, crap, you even got into the room pre-show. The companies are all trying to push streaming, yet there's a huge pushback from the public where we still want 4K discs and Blu-rays, right? There's still a need for physical media. So there's always still going to be a need for a console. These companies, Sony and Microsoft, they're gonna be, I think we're a good 10 years out till you have a streaming system that can handle the types of games we're used to playing. So you're going to get another mid-gen after this mid-gen, for our next gen. Yeah, try and say that 5 times.
Well, yeah, we could. I mean, it's interesting to me. Here's the thing, the reason they do the whole next gen thing is because they do different chipsets. Right. So the reason why they had to stick with kind of a Jaguar, evolved or whatever,
right,
is because so they can do backwards compatibility. right? Otherwise, you're talking emulation stuff, which might be easier for Microsoft than it is Sony, obviously. But so that's why even if they just went along this line with the upgrades, which I'm fine with that. If they want to come out with something every 4 years, I'm okay with that. You know, because you don't have to get it.
I'm totally fine with that. And it's fine. Exactly, Crap. Well put. You don't have to get it. But if you're anybody that listens to this show, you're definitely getting it.
Yeah. Like I could understand unless you had a 4K TV not getting the S, you know, like holding off. So you're good if you just got the Xbox One at launch and then you're going to pick up an X. That's 4 long years.
Yeah, I've got 2 people in my office, Crap. They're not picking up Xbox One X's this year. They're not. But they're not me and you. They're not J-Dubs. You know, they're not Long Shot. They're not the people that we know and talk about all the time. You know, they're not Rand. They're not Tim. They're not Z. They're not those guys. You know what I mean? They play. One of them plays Destiny indefinitely, and another one I know he loves Call of Duty. And they're the people that we always talk about, the casuals, right? They're casuals, and there's nothing wrong with that. But they've come to me and they said, "Well, I don't have a real reason to have to go spend the $500 for Destiny." To him, he doesn't care. You know, he's like, and he said what you said, and he said what Ryan McCaffrey said, but he actually has a right. He's like, "I'm not in the market for a 4K TV right now."
Yeah,
that's fine. But guess what? He didn't say I'm never buying an X. Let me rephrase that, folks. He said I'm not buying an X this year. Yeah. I'm not in the market right now. I said to him, take your Xbox One, because he didn't even get the S. He still has I wouldn't call it the day one, but he got one shortly after launch in 2014.
Ryan McCaffrey?
No, a buddy in my office.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Ryan McCaffrey for a second. I was like,
I'm saying, my whole thing with him was, I was like, take your old Xbox and trade it in. Get as much as you can for that and put it towards the X. He goes, maybe you're right, but to be honest with you, I'm just not in that market right now. So he's not doing that. And there's a lot of people in his shoes, more people in his shoes than ours. But at the same time, I think the X is going to do very well because of the hardcore. People say hardcore and they think small crowd. Hardcore small crowd is in other categories, maybe like car enthusiasts. Like very few people are driving Maseratis.
Yeah.
Okay. But a lot of people have Xbox One S's in their home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the cheapest 4K Blu-ray player.
I think gaming's the cheapest form of entertainment, period.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think that
right?
It's going to be huge. I think it's going to be.
If you're a moviegoer, Crap, you and your better half. Okay, it's that if you just get a small popcorn, a large soda, and a thing of rip cords. Okay, they don't even have Twizzlers, bastards. Okay, you're talking about like $50 a pop. God forbid you go to an IMAX. So I mean, and if you go to 4 movies a month, I mean, how many consoles are you buying a year?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's the cheapest form of entertainment outside of just having rabbit ears on your TV.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it is. It's like, look, you can get a Xbox One. Like, say you're a Madden fan or a football fan, you can pick up an Xbox One S with Madden for like under $300. That's huge. Like, that's a lot of people are going to do that. That's right.
No, yeah, we really we took Casual's question and just wrote off with it.
Yeah, we did. We wrote off into the sun. See you later, guys.
See you guys later. The show is over. No, let's hit Brandon on deck. Who's, you know, Jay? I think he's only been. I don't know if he's been on once or twice, but he had a hell of a question the last time he was on.
I think this is his second time.
Yes.
What's up, Crap? What's up, Mooch? And what's up, J-Dubs? Hope you guys have had a great week. This is Brandon at the Boldly Beaver. So I wanted to have a little chat here about Bungie because it seems people either have really bad memories or just hold Bungie high up on a pedestal for some strange reason. I've seen a lot of people in shock over many of the changes in Destiny 2, and I just wanted to remind people of a few things. And actually, before I get into it here, I'll say that I'm a huge Halo fan and a big Destiny fan, but I'm not blinded by ignorance or fanboy crap. So, Halo 1, the game released and it was incredible. It did things no other game had done and other things it did better than had ever been done before. It was fantastic, and no one really had anything bad to say about it, other than a few who didn't like the library level for one reason or another. But I loved it because they made a whole level out of one room essentially, and it had this horror element to it. It was just great, the first time. But then Halo 2 came out, and I guess people just put on their blinders because not only did Bungie try and repeat the library level far too often, if you actually compare the background art and detail in Halo 2 to Halo 1, it's actually so bad it's laughable. Halo 2's backgrounds were bland and some barely recognizable. They looked horrid. And yes, Bungie made some really smart and fun gameplay changes, but all the levels in Halo 2 looked the same because A, you backtrack through missions in that Halo game more than any other Halo game, and B, because most of those missions had you running through spaces and hallways that all looked identical. So many people were pissed about the ending, and rightly so, but they failed to notice all those other issues. And 343 has since said that Halo 2 was meant to be longer and better, but they ran out of time. Which makes me wonder, is Halo 3 actually half of what Halo 2 was meant to be? 343 also said that there were supposed to be other missions in Halo 3, but again, they ran out of time. One of those missions would have had us fighting a Guardian, one of the ones from Halo 5, and then having to take out its eye or something to progress further through the next level. So is half of Halo 3 lost out in space somewhere, never to be used in a game? But anyway, Halo 2 was unfinished, short, repetitive, and bland in just some really important areas. So, moving on to when Halo 3 actually came out. I remember watching a video documentary on it, and the guy was saying how the worlds are so big that if you can see it, it's not just some cool looking background, that you could actually go out there. And the first thing I did when I started playing was see how far I could go. And guess what? It wasn't that far at all. In fact, it felt like Halo 1's open spaces. Granted, Halo 3 was a huge improvement over 2, but the campaign also just felt like a checklist. You know, there was no mystery to be had, no new adventure, just a damn checklist. Then we get Destiny 1, far from a finished product, but because people still had their Halo blinders on, they bought it in masses. Granted, some people did finally open their eyes, but only to Destiny being bare bones, not about Halo or Bungie. Yes, Destiny had great gameplay mechanics and some areas felt really, really good, but in my eyes, it was just another Bungie product. When they announced that the game was overhauled a year before release, I didn't blink an eye, you know, it's Bungie. And then, after playing the whole campaign and some of the endgame content, it just made sense as to why Destiny 1 was so lackluster. They once again ran out of time. And don't get me wrong, I was disappointed with Destiny 1, but not surprised at all. They always seem to be running out of time. So now, we've just ended the Destiny 2 beta, leaving me terribly disappointed, but once again, not even close to being surprised. It's a Bungie product, and it's absolutely in line with the type of products they deliver. I've already pre-ordered, and I'm going to enjoy it for what it is with my friends, you know. We love the raids, and now hopefully I'll have a story to love as well. I hope exploration is as cool as they're making it sound, but I know Bungie all too well. What's amazing in their eyes is usually either good or broken for me.
Xbox One XOXO
They do know how to make a
featuring
great shooter
Brandon.
that feels great to shoot, and the raids are just way too much fun. So I guess my point is, just people need more knowledge in their
The
lives.
life
you know,
and
before they
times of
spew
Bungie.
nonsense. Bungie
With
is not
Brandon.
the best dev team in the
Can I-
world, and once you realize that,
Let me just
you can
say
enjoy their
something real
games
quick.
more and not be in a state of crisis when shit doesn't pan out the way you thought it
People
should.
wonder why we have a hard time
I'm not
following the
hating.
questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you,
Like, I get what he's saying.
I
get,
like
I
what
get-
he's saying a lot, actually.
Yeah, I do like what he's saying. Look, I got into a discussion about Halo because somebody on Twitter said Halo 4 and 5 were the worst
Right.
in the group, and I'm like, no. Look, Halo 4 had the best story in my opinion, and Halo 5 had the best multiplayer. Halo 2 was very unfinished, as Brandon says, and then what they're doing with Destiny, you know, that's take it or leave it. You're a big Destiny fan, so you know that is what it is.
But it is what it is, and it is what Brandon said is actually true. Like he's going to get the game, he's going to enjoy it with his friends, he's going to enjoy the mechanics, and it is what it is. He's saying let's blame it on Bungie. That's just the way Bungie is. I just think that that's the way that the game is designed. There's a lot of games that are MMOs where I don't think the story satisfies the MMO players, but they come back for more of that small. That precious loot. They come back for that precious loot and whatever little story they give you every 3 to 6 months.
I got some shoes. Oh, same shoes I'm already wearing. Damn.
Right,
You know
but
what
a
I mean?
different
Like,
role. It's the same shoes with a different role. You know, I mean,
exactly. So
look, it is what it is, crap. I can't sit every time somebody goes, well, Mooch, tell me, sell me on it. I'm like, I've told you a million times. If you don't have a group or a couple of groups, it's not just you and 2 other people for a serious fire team. It's for me, there's usually between 6 and 8 people I jam out with for Destiny. And I know they're all in it. And they're all in. When I say they're all in, I mean they are all in. They've got every chip on the table pushed towards the dealer. They're like, I'm all in. I am all in on this. So, I mean, you know what I mean? So I
I don't know
know
who the hell would be all in for Destiny, but yeah.
Well, the thing is, crap, that's their calling card. I mean, let me tell you something. There's a thing of beauty for what me and you get to do. And then there's a bit of there's a bit of like, how do I put it? A bit of it kind of stinks when you're in the YouTube world, because when you do what we do, you've got to play every game. You've got to at least try every game. Otherwise, how can you tell me you didn't like it? You didn't try it. It's like, okay, well, now I got to try it. So in order to try it, you got to play it for more than 25 minutes. So you only have so much time to play it in a day. It's not like we're all teenagers just sitting home waiting for, summer recess to end. So it's like, we've got stuff to do. We've got lives. We've got families. We've got jobs. We've got taxes to pay. So you only have so much time. So once you start diverting into one game, and then you're like, well, come on, Mooch, there's a new game out on Tuesday. It's like, all right, well, I got to go try. Let me put that one away. But Destiny for me is the game that I can always go back to. And it's
good. I mean, I can see why that game sucks.
That's my pitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not, do you notice none of what I just said is because of the story or the boots? You know what I mean? It's like, it's
more boots
or the hat. It's not about, it is about that, but
I got an Ingram.
Yeah, I got an Ingram, and I want to trade it in for a higher piece of loot. And it's like, it is what it is. But listen, if you have a group of friends, I highly recommend you try Destiny.
Yes. I agree 100%. I like the beta for Destiny too.
Crap.
I thought the story was
the hardest part of keeping you involved with Destiny is not the game or what they put out or this and that. You would like it. The thing that's going to be hard for you is, well, two things. Is getting you to just focus on that as your I'm not going to call it your main game. I'm going to call it your side game, because if it's your side game, it's still a success, and to keep you up past 8 p.m.
Yeah, I agree. Like, look, there's a lot of people that I know. Everybody I know likes Destiny, right? I'm not like the biggest fan.
Not everybody,
Yeah. You know what I mean? So to each their own. That's why I'm not really going to dog on it. Like, for me, I could say why I didn't really get into the first one.
Right.
But again, like, I was really expecting more of a story.
Right. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you in the get-go when back in 2014. I don't blame you one bit.
Yeah. So, it's when I first jumped into there, I was expecting kind of like Halo type story, that real mythical story, and it's going to be great. And then it wasn't.
Yeah, that's once we got into this generation and it was like story is going to be dragged out and we're going to give you it in pieces, and then they're not the only ones to do this. They did it in an MMO fashion, but then you have like those Hitmans and the Telltales, and I know you guys are into the Telltales and stuff like that, but like this like I'm going to play 2 hours and then dun 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 to be continued. Like I don't have that kind of patience. You know what I mean? Like with Destiny, at least while you're waiting the 3 months for the other piece of DLC to come out. There's Iron Banner, and there's raids, and there's strikes, and then there's the daily missions. So yes, a lot of it's repetitive, but they're giving it to you under different circumstances with different loot and different payouts. Different gear pops up while you're waiting for other stuff, newer material to emerge. That's something I like. Where you don't really get that in other like forms of like Telltale's like, what will Batman do? Well, he'll probably win. Okay, he'll probably win. So it's a story. Okay, like people are like, the new Batman's coming out in Telltale. And it's like, what will happen in Telltale 2's second version of Author 2 Book 8? Telltales. Batman.
Hey, I love those Telltale games, man. Easy 1,000 gamer score, bro.
Forget the easy gamer. We already know it's easy 1,000. It's also easy way to put you into a coma, which is why you're asleep so early. Stop playing.
No, I'm not asleep early, man. I'm up all night long.
Oh, here we go.
Well, sometimes
I agree with you, but let me tell you why you're wrong.
Mooch, thank you.
Agrees with Mooch. What a shock.
I've always wanted to clone myself.
Yeah. Hey, let's get another one of these voicemails in. We'll do a couple more, and then we'll
do a couple more. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
So we've got our old friend who we almost flushed last week. MM2K.
MM2K. He is back. Good.
Hey guys, it's your boy MM2K, and believe you me, I learned my lesson from last week. I will not be doing any fucking bits in this lifetime. All right. I was just simply trying to show him what I thought, not me only, was a funny way. How people try to do hit jobs on you and Mooch and Zaire and everybody just for sharing the truth.
Yes.
But fell flat. Get it? Will not do it again. And I know the congregation says amen. Okay, so let me do this quick. Let me ask this quickly. With all the craziness that happened with Crackdown 3, And I'm not even going to focus on the ponies. I'm not going to focus on the Sony fanboys. I'm just going to focus on the Xbox community.
Yeah.
With all the crazy shit that they were saying, how they were going to take a null and void stamper and put it on Randall Thor's head and excommunicate him out of the community, and all this silly, simple shit. What I can't understand, what these people don't get, is when you go on these chat boards, and not just on the chat boards of the Xbox community, but go on these open chat boards with these fucking Sony fanboys, these ponies, and you start dogging the Xbox and start going ape shit and going crazy. Oh, Xbox, they can't do anything right, Aaron Greenberg. Oh. When you go do that, do you not understand that there is the unaware gamer that reads that shit and says, you know what? Even the Xbox gamers say that Crackdown sucked. They must know something I don't. I'm not buying Crackdown. Therefore, Xbox gets negative press. They lose out on revenue, and they can't make the games that you're begging for. Don't they see the cycle, or is it just me? Am I seeing a cycle that doesn't exist or whatever? Why can't these people do what Tim Dog did? He pointed out the horrible showcasing at the Comic-Con. He went directly to the source. He went to Phil, and he said, Phil, what was up with that? And Phil responded, yeah, somewhat like, we fucked that up, but, there's more coming. End of story. Why can't these people get that? Why can't they be smarter in their grievances and not overpower and actually overhype this negativity towards Microsoft? Because if you do that, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. Maybe it's just me feeling that way. Wanted to get you guys' thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Or do you think it's a little bit more complicated than that? Thank you again, guys. Keep up the good work. Sorry about last week again, and you guys have a wonderful gaming day.
That was great. That was actually, let me tell you something. Talk about a rebound performance. MM2K wins for performance of the year as far as I'm concerned. But crap, what do you think about that? I mean, that's a little bit more your world with the videos and, I do podcasts. I definitely give my opinion. I'm active on Twitter, but I don't do videos in the sense where I give my opinion on a daily basis.
You'd be really good at that though.
Wouldn't mind starting.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Mooch.
No, I want to do what you guys do. I think the new cool thing is like go in and be like, sometimes when you're just hungry, you just want to stop and get a $5 Taco Bell box.
Exactly.
Let's talk about it. This is Mooch. So like,
no, that's what you do. You gotta go. Hey,
yeah.
You're like, so you're really hungry, and then you want some Taco Bell.
Yeah.
So you slap your $5 down, and you get your Taco Bell box. What's up, everybody? Mooch here.
Mooch here, everybody. Just want to let you know. I know you've been there with Conqueso. So have I. So maybe one day. I was thinking this fall when the X gets out. Man, I gotta say, I hate to change subjects because I'm gonna come back to MM2K, but like, I really, really wish that the X was coming out sooner than November. That is such a letdown in one way. I just wish it was a little sooner, but that's a different subject. Because I wanted to get some things going in. And the rumor crap is that Upload Studios is getting a refresh. The UI is getting a refresh.
Everything's getting a refresh. It's gonna be like a whole new goddamn.
Yes, and it's 4K ability. Enabled to upload in 4K. I would have really liked that as somebody that wanted to start to get a little bit more into YouTube creating besides podcasting. And I'm just going to have to wait. And then, when it's around Christmas time, things are hectic, et cetera, et cetera. But no, crap. Let's get back to MM2K's question. So what's his, what was he kind of saying a little bit more about how, people that make videos and then they go to forums and stuff like that. What's the, what is it is that something that is a big deal? Is it not a big deal?
Well, it depends because Twitter and all that stuff is the vocal minority. It's like we're on there, so we see it, but that's not where the majority of gamers are or the majority of people are. And I do appreciate him mentioning like the hit things and stuff like that, like the hit pieces. People make shit up about us all the time.
Yeah.
It's like they make fake Twitter things, make fake things. You know what I mean? Like that stuff happens a lot. Yeah. Again, though, it's super easy to tell that stuff is fake, considering like we see Donald Trump post about making Modern Warfare 2 great again, and you know what I mean. Like it's like the simplest form. So at least he's out there pointing that out, and for whatever reason,
good point, MM2K. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So that was really a great point. And as for the other stuff, I did like Tim Dog's approach with that. Like, oh, you guys kind of screwed up with that, and then Phil was like, yeah, our bad.
Right.
With the Crackdown 3 thing, letting those people play it. It's hard because Crackdown is a game that you know, you need to have your wits about you a little bit, at least know what the hell the point of the game is.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not one of those games that's just going to be that kind of fun to just jump into. And like, if you've never played it or heard of that game before.
Right.
So yeah, like you definitely, they messed that up pretty bad. But yeah, I still think they got some things coming that'll be good. And they got a chance to rebound that at Gamescom, which is super important.
Right. Right. No, I totally agree. That's why I kind of relinquished that question to you, Crap. That's a little bit more your world. Yeah.
But that great rebound, man. Glad you didn't take it personal. Because
no, absolutely not. MM2K. Like I said, it was came off a certain way live, and also with the choppy sound, the pieces weren't all connected. So good to have you back, and please feel free to always call in. You're always welcome on the show.
Absolutely. And we got one more. Let's go ahead and do it. Who we got, J-Dubs?
We got Andrew Dumas.
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, can you tell me the difference between Forza Horizon and Forza Motorsport? Thanks and bye.
He must be a crapaholic, right?
That is totally a crapaholic.
He's a crapaholic. Yeah. Forza Motorsport is a racing simulator, so it's like closed circuit racing, where Forza Horizon is the more arcade open world racing.
I would like to send him a lifetime supply of caffeine pills. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like Forza Horizon is like, it handles really well, but it's more arcadey, and you've got like the open world aspect to it, and like to me it's a lot more fun. But I like the motorsport stuff too. It's more like customization and tuning and paint jobs, and I mean you can do that stuff on Forza Horizon too, but it takes it to a whole new level on Forza Motorsport. And Forza Motorsport 7 introduces dynamic weather for the first time in Forza, so that's going to be pretty kick-ass. But I hear Forza Horizon 3 is getting a patch too, so that's going to look fucking phenomenal.
And don't forget 3D puddles.
3D puddles.
Nice.
Who can forget that? I mean, I think that's absolutely phenomenal as well. So I wanted to thank everybody, man. I just wanted to say I really appreciate all the support on Patreon and stuff. We're sorry we're a little bit behind with these. We're going to try to do a better job of keeping up with them.
Absolutely.
And your guys' support means everything. Without it, like, we wouldn't be able to do the stuff that we do, the giveaways and things like that. So thank you guys so much. Means a lot to us. Hey, J-Dubs, maybe we can roll something, and then
why don't we end with some dueling banjos?
Nice. That's so great. That is so great.
All right, guys. We are going to catch you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching Xbox XOXO. Rack 'em up.
Rack 'em up, Jay. Hey, Jake, we should do the Xbox XOXO as the outro. It's that goddamn good.
It is
beautiful.
I love that funky music too, man.
Play that funky music, J-Dub.
Yeah.
Thanks for everyone for showing up. And everyone go to bed. It's late.
It is.
Yes. Jay, you're in presentation mode. Take it away.